So how can we handle irrational demands? I think we need a definition first. What is irrational demand? It's irrational from your perspective, maybe not from their perspective. So what is irrational? And if you think about they are coming up with an irrational demand because it's in bad faith, they want to manipulate you, they want to push you into a corner. I have to say this is very often not the case. They come up with an irrational demand because it's rational from their perspective. So what you should not do, you should not tell them that this is irrational, because then you end up in a very emotional discussion about what's rational and what's irrational. It's their right to start with irrational demands. Don't try to convince them that it's irrational. It's rational from their perspective, it's irrational from your perspective. So never say yes to an irrational demand, never say no to an irrational demand, never commit yourself. If they come up with an irrational demand and you say, no, that's not possible, then you are blocked. All the options are blocked. You need to avoid a commitment during a negotiation. If they come up with an irrational demand, never say no, never say what you cannot do, never say we can't reduce the price. Never say we can't accept these terms and conditions. Never say we can't accept this exit clause. So never say what you cannot do. And we never say what we can do. So you shouldn't say, that's not possible, but we can talk about this. That's definitely wrong. So if someone is coming up with an irrational demand, don't react. As mentioned before, don't jump in their sandbox, play in your sandbox. The best option, based on my experience, and this is what I did as a police negotiator in almost every negotiation, I came up with my magic word to lead the negotiation. I do have two magic words in my toolbox. Magic word number one is difficult/challenging. Word number two, interesting. So if someone is coming up with a high demand, irrational demand, I never say, yes, this might be possible. I never say, no, there is no way to get this. I always say, that's difficult. Or interesting. So I send a clear signal that I received the message and I'm still playing in my sandbox. I don't jump in their sandbox. So you could say, interesting, keep eye contact, count to 3, and say, thank you. Thank you for expressing your concerns. Thank you for coming up with a new idea. Thank you for this opportunity to talk about this in a deeper way. So saying thank you, it's very important to create this positive ground for the next step. Again, what you should not do, you should not react emotionally. You should act in your sandbox, which is you need one word to control yourself. Might be challenging or interesting, or in your language, one word to control yourself. After saying the magic word, you count to 3, you enjoy the conflict, you say thank you, then you talk about common interests. Well, we are here to discuss the right pricing model for our product, and then you need to come up with the next demand. Because, as you know, you do have a box full of new demands, and then you can bring in the next demand. So in summary, never react. Always stay focused, play in your sandbox, and talk about what you want, not about what they want. Keep in mind, it might be irrational, but it's your judgment of the situation, not their judgment. they might think it's rational.